Hello, my name is Ike Mussleman, amateur called Whiskey Bravo 4 Lima Alpha Lima, and I primarily operate CW. Jeremy?
Ike, how did CW contribute to historical communication efforts?
Well, in the 1840s, Samuel Morse developed a method of transferring dits and das into letters over a wire. It was primarily used by the railroad and the military. In 1897, a gentleman from Italy, Mr. Marconi, developed a way to send these signals over the air wirelessly. And so we had radio, which became worldwide. At that point, the American Morse Code, which Samuel Morse developed and was used by the telegraph companies, Western Union and the railroad companies, it became the International Morse Code and was used worldwide over the air.
How did you get started with CW?
As a small child, the house I grew up in, there was a wire from the house to the barn, and inside the barn there was a coil of wire and a relay, and it was rusted, and a Morse code key. I knew what the key was from having seen it on television program, old westerns, but I didn't really understand it. Later, when I got interested in radio and began studying for my amateur radio license, at that point you had to pass a code test in front of an examiner, and I had that code key and I knew what it was, and I started learning the Morse code. I taught myself the code. At that point, they didn't have any internet classes where you could go and learn that kind of thing, so you taught yourself.
What makes CW a valuable skill for amateur radio operators?
Well, during emergencies, real emergency, your laptop, your computer's not going to work, your telephone's not going to work. And if you have radio, a CW signal, a Morse code signal, is the most efficient means of communication with another radio. It cuts through the interference, it takes up very little bandwidth, and you do not have to have a lot of power to make it work. A wire in a tree and a few watts, you can talk to somebody around the world.
How has ham radio technology changed since you started?
It was mostly tubes when I started. Transistors had just come out, and so most everything that I learned about amateur radio involved tubes. I've been in the radio and TV repair business all my life. Having a ham license has always kept me employed. But the technology has changed drastically. You have computers talking to computers now over the air. There's all kinds of really cool things that you can do. Satellite communications, lots of really cool stuff that has happened. But the old Morse code, the original Morse code, the method of communicating, is still the most efficient and enjoyable. To me, it's just another language, and I can talk to people that way all over the world. It's a universal language.
Is that what makes CW a timeless skill for amateur radio operators?
I think so.
Thank you, Ike.
Come see us at msarc.org. That works?
Yes, sir.
All right.